Hi again, how are you? Kevin Kretsch here from drkevguitar.com. Another little guitar lesson for you, another 5-minute lesson, aimed, of course, at showing you a little bit about who I am as a guitar teacher and how I can help you, number one. And number two, to give you some hints and tips that'll help you get the most out of your playing and your guitar practice. And that's one of the things I'd like to talk to you about today. In particular, I'd like to talk to you about the importance of getting it wrong when you're trying to learn something new. It might sound a little counterintuitive to say that to you, but getting it wrong is such an important part of getting things right. You don't ever underestimate how important it is. It's a very common thing for everyone, of course. When we're trying to play the guitar, we're trying to have fun. That's why we wanted to play in the first place, right? And it does require a lot of time and even a lot of frustration, particularly when we first start playing. There's so many things going on that we're trying to take care of. We're trying to remember, what does each chord look like? Where do my fingers go? What's it supposed to sound like? How do I strum? How does the song go? What's the next chord in the song? If you're trying to sing and learn how to sing it at the same time, you're adding an extra level of complication again. There are a lot of things going on. And we don't learn to do them all in one go. They take time. And that time is really important. Remember that the time that you spend trying to do something new is the most important thing that you can do to improve as a guitar player. If you don't spend the time trying to do something better, it's never going to happen. If you say to yourself, this is too hard today, I'm going to try it again tomorrow. No, not so much. It's not going to work. Very often people don't go back and try it again tomorrow, for starters. So you're already ends up further down the line, right? Any of those things that we find difficult to do, we end up pushing them aside and we try to, oh, I'll worry about it later. We don't like to confront the fact that there's something we're not very good at, right? If there's something else that we can already do that we're enjoying, well, we tend to do that. That means that we spend all of our time doing only the things that we're capable of doing now, for example, and we never spend time doing the things that we need to be working on to improve. And this is exactly how we end up stuck in a rut. This is exactly how we end up saying to ourselves, God, I just play the same stuff all the time and I never seem to get any better. Well, this is why, right? Going after those things that you're not good at is really, really important. So rather than pushing it aside and being afraid of it, no, let's go after those things. There was a girl that I was teaching a couple of years ago, young American girl, who, as she started from scratch with me. When we started, she couldn't play guitar at all, and over the following months, she became quite good, actually, too. I was very, very proud of her. But at one point in time, we reached a stage where she was having difficulty with one chord. She was moving from, I think it was a G chord to a C chord, but we'll say, for example, that's what it was, okay? So she'd go 2, 3, 4, there we go. And then when it came going back from the C chord to the G chord, she was having trouble there. So much so that she actually stopped trying. She was afraid of getting it wrong. And what happened was one day we were trying to play through a song together, and we were going... When it came to going back to that G chord, she stopped playing. And she interrupted herself. She started telling me stories. Oh, did I tell you what happened to my mom? And there was a cat stuck in a tree and drama, etc. She was interrupting herself. She was stopping herself from playing before she got to the part that was a problem. Now, I spotted that pretty quickly, of course. I knew what she was doing. She didn't realize it herself, but it wasn't the first time I had seen it. So her homework for the following week was this. She was to get it wrong. She was to try, and if she failed, she was to do it again. And if that didn't work, she was to keep going and keep going and keep going. Don't be afraid of getting things wrong. Remember, part of learning to play music is that there's another part of our brain that automatically has to control our hands and our fingers for us. That part of our brain needs time to learn. And it never gets it right first time, or second time, or third time, or even fourth time, or fifth time. You may not even get it right the 30th time, or the 50th time, or the 100th time, but it will get there. And your job, to allow it to learn how to do it right, is to keep trying. Your job is to get it wrong. And every time you get it wrong, that part of your brain knows that you're getting it wrong, and it's going to try again, and it's going to try again, and it's going to try again, and then you will get it. That time that you spend trying to get things right, the time that you spend getting things wrong, is a hugely important part of progressing as a player and improving your skills and your techniques. So don't be afraid to get things wrong. It's really, really important. You're allowed to get things wrong. You will never get things right if you don't get them wrong, because nobody gets things right first time around. Okay? I hope you found this useful. If you need a guitar teacher in Paris, France, give me a call. My name's Kevin Kretsch. You'll find me at drkevguitar.com. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.